Not many months ago, we were talking about the pandemic, we were talking about, unfortunately, a war in the heart of Europe after 80 years. We were talking about inflation in double digits, an energy crisis. For us Greeks, of course, the challenge of the Greek-Turkish relationships, well, maybe even jellyfish in the Greek seas. I think that 2022 had it all, but it also had goals. So the goals were set for a surplus of 80% of 2019, our record year, in terms of revenues and of volume. And it's more than obvious that we have surpassed this goal already, and especially in terms of revenues, it seems like we will reach, if not surpass, 100% of 2019, and that is a huge accomplishment within the crisis. I want to deeply thank, from the bottom of my heart, all the people from the private sector and the public sector, GNTO, Marketing Greece, SET, POX, EOT, the people from the industry, people from the private sector, from the commerce in Greece, the real estate industry, the hundreds of thousands of workers in the field of tourism, and of course, all the professionals here in London and Great Britain for the great support. Well, 3 million Brits visited Greece this year. It's an unbelievable number, so thank you London, thank you Great Britain for such a support. They've been coming back again and again to Greece, but this was a record year for Great Britain, number one, top shelf, and we're very, very happy to be able to talk about that. And of course, an extra thanks and congratulations to GNTO for this amazing stand that we have to offer here, and a special thanks. I've been doing it in every country that I visit, to Elena Scarvelli, who represents GNTO here, for the great work. It's essential for us to show the way we're linked with you. The Greeks have been doing it since centuries. The Greek hospitality is unique. Of course, there are new trends that we'll talk to you about this year. Sustainability is number one. But please bear in mind that the way we feel in our hearts and in our soul, that we want to host travelers, foreigners, strangers, to our homes, to our hotels, to our resorts, to our country, and then feed them, and give them something to drink, and shelter them, give them a bed to sleep, and then off they go. This is the heart and the soul and the DNA of the Greeks. And this is, nobody can copy it, it's unique. That's why we talk in Greece about a unique touristic experience. It has been proved in 2022 in difficult times, and of course we're very eager to prove it again in 2023. Now, together with that, and with all the initial data, why sustainability is a key factor of our strategy for the years to come, and of course for 2023. First of all, we truly, really believe in it. It's not just a trend. Yes, until 2022, security was the main mean of a family, of a traveler, of an individual, of a nomad, of a pensioner in order to travel.
That 2022, this year, we had an increase of 15% from our record year, was 2019, and we broke the barrier of 6 million international passengers at the Aegean Islands, the southern Aegean Islands. So we gained trust and market share, but what we had promised, not only to ourselves, but to the society of the islands during the pandemic, was that we are going to work on the challenges of the future. So starting from the most successful circular economy and recycling project in the world, which is in Tilos. Tilos is an island of around 1,000 people, and now has 87% of recycling. Then to Astipalia, where we have implemented the first in Greece e-mobility or mobility on demand program. Then to Halki, the GRECO Islands is a program that is launched in our region, and other islands in Greece are going to follow. Then to Naxos, the Smart Island, in Syros, the International Innovation Center, and then above all, we come to roads. Well, in roads, there is a big program called the Roads Go Lab. This is the first ever attempt to transform a destination of that size to a sustainable destination. Where in this project with TUI Group, and I want to thank Sebastian Ebel for the trust, the Municipality of Roads, and TUI Care Foundation. So it's an holistic program. It has to do with society first, economy, and of course the natural environment. So people come to us and say, Minister, we presented this goal, it was January this year, along with our Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism in the Prime Minister's office, and thank you for the support. We thank the Greek government for the support, our Minister Vasilis Kikilias and our Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis. And people come to us and say, this is very ambitious, you cannot transform a destination of that size, the size of roads, which has that scale, in a sustainable destination. I said, okay, this is not a goal for us that we're in this project, for the Municipality of Roads, for TUI, and for our region. This is, they are determined to make things, to make this work. And the project has the very first steps. We have a very big, and I think very well skilled team, like PricewaterhouseCoopers is also working on that. And I mentioned all the other islands because we now have the knowledge, the know-how, and the experiences to make big things work. So this is a Polynesia of South Aegean region, Cyclades and the Rhodeganese Islands of unique beauty, the first tourism destination in Greece. But now, from now, also the hub, the sustainability hub for all European tourism. Thank you so much.
I think that tourism will not so much hit because the wish and the need for vacation is big. Third, I think for Greece is in an absolutely pole position to gain further in this market. Why? First, we should not underestimate it's part of the euro area, which I mean takes a lot of price increases out, which countries face, which are dollar nominated. And second, the average price increases were moderate, reasonable. Thirdly, the focus on quality is huge. I have seen the ramp up in Greece has worked very well because trained people were there, so that we didn't face the challenges. We also faced challenges, but not in the same order of magnitude. And the focus of quality is so important and makes the difference. And fourth, as Governor said, to move ahead in the product quality and sustainability belongs to it. How we treat people, employees, how we add activities to the product is doing very well. And you rightly mentioned the activities. More and more the buying decision is related to the activities people want to do. And Greece offers so much of it in such a variety. The more we bring this content to the consumer, the better it is. So that's why I think I would say cautious optimistic for tourism in general, and I'm optimistic for Greece because the ingredients are there, and what I've seen is everyone here fights hard to get the fair share of market, and if we do that together, it will be a good season. In the beginning, you have talked about the great success of Greece the last season, and I really would like to compliment for that, because I know it has nothing to do with luck. It has been very hard work, and it's really amazing what Greece has achieved in the last years. And I think it's a good track record for what we plan to do on roads. One thing is very clear, I know not everyone here is from roads, but who have been there for vacation as I am be, you always want to return because it's such a marvelous place. We said a couple of years ago, tourism is a source of good. I would like to add today, only if we do it in the right way, and in the right way means very sustainable, very social friendly, with the people, not against the people. And that's why I was so much honored when I saw this project, what we want to achieve together on roads. Because as you rightly said, if it works on roads, it will work everywhere. And it's so important to do it in a defined space first to learn about. We as a TUI are long-term committed since years to sustainability, and it always has been my personal commitment during my whole life that we come to a better place, and therefore roads is such a great showcase. And what you rightly said, it's not only about the sustainability in general, but includes the social aspects, the regional aspects, and it's a holistic approach. And if I look at how detailed we have done it, it's not all about it carbon-free, it's about consumption of water, it's about waste management, it's about educating people, because without the buy-in of the younger generation and the older generation, you will not be successful. And of course, it's also changing the business model. I mean, it's not always the best to import the big brands into a local market. It's quite advantage if you take local production and you bring it together with local demand, what farmers produce, to bring it to the demand of customers, of hoteliers. And that's the overall approach. That's why it's such a holistic approach. We have very high ambitions. I mean, I remember when we got the first study from our dear consultants, we said, it's great, but isn't it challenging enough? And we said, no, it is not, and we want to be quicker. And we decided on very quick actions, how we can make hotels carbon-free. What are the first steps you want to take? What is the long-term vision? And then we said, it's not about 2040 or 2050, it's about the next decade till the 2030. And it's not about things which are slightly easier to make a hotel carbon-free, but it's also including the traffic, to make sure that we also revolutionize the traffic, which means a lot of technology which is necessary, the waste management, and also including cruise ships, how to fuel them, and aircraft. So we said we need a very ambitious goal, and we need very strong commitment to deliver. And I'm very convinced that we will do so, and I'm really happy to work with you all, and I'm sure that we will deliver. And it will not be that we say in 2030 there will be a great future there. You will see the first results in the next year and the year after. And I know that we said plastic free, we said the fleet, the car rental fleet should go to a significant share with electric engines and so on, and that makes it so really exciting and to meet together. And I'm very committed, TUI is very committed, and we will deliver, and thank you for this great collaboration. You are so dedicated to it, so trustful, and it's fun.
Sector change. Plastic was developed with consultation of 125 businesses, predominantly in Greece. Ocean plastic pollution, as we all know, is a huge problem today, and it's really a pleasant surprise to step foot on a beach that doesn't have plastic pollution today, and yet it's on track to quadruple within the next 20 years. And we really feel that the hospitality sector is in a really unique position to play the role of the peacemaker. Tourism, as you said, creates great value for jobs, infrastructure, invaluable cultural exchange, and not forgetting nearly 10% of global GDP. But also, tourism produces a huge amount of plastic waste, around 4% million tonnes a year. And we see this in our work in Paris, where in the tourist season we're seeing a rise of 3,000% in waste. And in our work in the Maldives, we're seeing a tourist produces about 4 times more waste than a resident does.
Chasing value next year, they will be looking for value for money on their holidays. And I think we can no longer refer to the consumer as if there is just one consumer. People will be impacted by the financial situation in different ways. If people have paid off their mortgages, they may be retired, they may have money to spend, they will be facing their holiday decisions in a different place to what other people will be doing. You talk about trends. One of the things that we've been hearing about from our members is multi-generational holidays. Grandparents who do have money to spend, who've maybe missed out on celebrations over the last couple of years, wanting to go away with their family, with their children and their grandchildren. So that could certainly be something that we see over coming years. I think a lot of uncertainty, but we have to face it with optimism. We've come through a very difficult 2 years and come through it in a great way. There are these fantastic positive projects where destinations and tour operators are working together to build a more sustainable industry. And hopefully we're back here next year talking about some fantastic developments in that. Thank you.